Well, sometimes they have problems. They need a payday loan, and so this is an important element. People go through issues in life, and they have to take care of business. So, in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about payday loan apps, how to choose the best cash advance app when you are out of options. Don't you go anywhere. You're gonna love today's conversation. I guarantee it.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flow with a stinging kind of beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sudi Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you are to ask me, if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about payday loan apps. How do you choose the best cash advance app when you are out of options? Everybody goes through issues, and sometimes you just have to, you just need to make sure you get a little bit of cash advance to make things work, right? So the first thing you need to do is to check your FICO. This is really important because you want to check your FICO because you actually might qualify for a full loan with a better rate and longer maturity instead of opting for a small payday loan with a high APR and short maturity. Everybody knows that a payday loan has a short maturity and a high APR, right? You're talking like very, very crazily high APR. So check your FICO, boss. Check your FICO. All right. Do me a favor. Make sure that your FICO is good. Even if your FICO is bad, there are loans for bad credit out there that might be better. That you might be better off instead of going for a payday loan. And the thing is, instead of getting a cash advance for $250, $500, or $1,000, you could qualify for a loan, for a larger loan. Okay, so make sure that you check your FICO. Now, the cool thing about checking your FICO is you also get an opportunity to see if there are any derogatory items on your file, right? And check everything. I want you to check TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Don't just check one, okay? And be very clear about, so you want to go through everything. And as a matter of fact, there is a website called annualcreditreport.com. And that website allows you to actually check your FICO for free. A FICO score for free once a year. Now, if you want to monitor your credit score regularly, which you should, by the way, you want to sign up for a free FICO score provider, a free credit score provider such as Credit Karma. You have Wallet Hub. You have Nerd Wallet. You have a lot of them. I mean, as a matter of fact, most credit card issuers have this type of service that is embedded in their products and services. In other words, you are basically able to monitor your credit score for free. So this is important. I want you to check your FICO score. Check your FICO score. That's the first thing you need to do. And what I'm talking about, check your FICO score. There are a lot of ways you can actually, if you want a more detailed score of yours, you can purchase your credit scores directly from one of the three major credit bureaus or another provider, such as FICO. Okay, you can contact Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax and buy the score. Okay, and when you buy the score from them, they give you a more detailed score, but that's totally up to you. But the bottom line is, the very first thing you want to do, if you want to choose the best payday loan app when you're out of options, check your FICO. The second thing I want you to do is to qualify. Okay, the thing is, you want to see if you qualify for the best payday loans. Okay, and you need to understand the requirements when it comes to payday loans. You got to be at least 18 years of age. You need to have an active bank, credit union, or prepaid card account. You need to provide some proof of income as well as valid identification. So those are actually the basic criteria that are laid forth by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB, and this is a federal institution. So this is something very legit here. So this trifecta: 18 years old, active bank account, and proof of income, and as well as valid ID, constitutes the criteria that most payday loan apps have to follow. Now, there may be other requirements depending on your states, okay? And the thing here is, remember, when we talk about lending, when we speak about banking, this is a state affair. So when you live, whether you live in New York or California or Texas, the requirements might be slightly different. Okay, in some cases, a lender might want to have your social security number. They might want to see a personal check that's in store only. They might ask you for a valid and active email address. That's when you apply online. Okay, and the cool thing is, once you have this data, the loan can be approved in as few as 15 minutes. Okay, we are speaking about a very fast loan application here. Okay, no need to wait for 1 day or 2 days or whatnot. No, you get your money ASAP. But again, the amounts we're talking about, those are small amounts. Okay, 250, sometimes 500 if you're lucky, 1,000. Okay, and the thing I want to say also is that when you provide your ID to the lender, make sure that you keep a copy of everything you provided to them. That's just for your own protection. So if you send them your let's say a copy of your checking account or your last 3 bank statements or verifiable income, a letter of employment, or anything that you share with the lender, you want to keep a copy of that for your own file, so that if something happens, you know exactly what you provided. But if you provide that trifecta that I just told you, you should be okay. You should get your loan as soon as possible. The third thing you got to do is to explore. Okay, you need to find out if you cannot get another loan. Remember, payday loans are expensive. Okay, and if you can get another loan, go for it. I mean, I know you're probably thinking, here, listen, I don't need that much money. I just need a couple of dollars to actually make ends meet. Okay, how about trying other loans? How about trying loans for $1,000 instead of going for $250? Okay, $250 loan. It's important because there are alternatives to cash advance apps. Okay, and the thing is, and I was just telling you, even if you have bad credit, as long as you work, as long as you generate income, you should be able to qualify for another loan. And the cool thing is that a lot of institutions in the country will give you that kind of loans, even credit unions. Normally, credit unions are if you really look at the whole landscape, they're more conservative institutions, all right, in terms of approving bad credit borrowers. But the good thing is, if you are a member and you have a solid relationship with a credit union, especially if you have domiciled your direct deposit with an account with them, and they see the inflows, they see that you're making money every 2 weeks or every week or every month. If they see that regularity, you are establishing a relationship with them, and if you need an extra, let's say you need a cash advance loan, they will give it to you. And the cool thing is that their APR is lower than you would ever find anywhere. Okay, so the first thing you need to think about is having a credit union account, and then you can even try with your own bank. Yeah, you can try with your own bank. And again, it's all about the bank looking at your income, looking at the regularity of your cash inflows, and seeing, hey, listen, money is coming in. This person is working, and here is the direct deposit. They just happen to have temporary problems, okay? And the bank might help you out, but you have a better chance of getting a payday alternative loan with, I would say, a credit union. So this is important. So you want to find out if you cannot get another loan from another institution. Okay. Now there are some apps that actually give you a loan instantly. I said earlier, it sometimes takes 15 minutes, but some apps actually give you a loan instantly as long as you meet the requirements. Okay. I'll go through the apps later on, but if you take, for instance, MoneyLion or you take Dave, those will give you instant loans. Okay, but overall, loan apps are safe. So even if you explore other loans, just remember that loan apps are safe, they are legit. Only thing is, they are very expensive. Step number 4, I want you to understand. So when we talk about payday loan apps, What are we talking about? And this is important. You need to make sure you understand how payday loan apps work in the first place. I mean, a lot of folks are just, I want to have, I'm looking for a payday loan. I'm looking for a payday loan. But boss, do you understand what that is? Do you understand the process? It's not about just you're waking up and I'm working. I'm just looking for 250, whatever. And no. Payday loans work in a very specific way. So also known as earned wage access or on-demand pay. So this apps actually lets you access your wages that you have already earned before payday. Okay, very important. You have already earned the wage, but the only thing is it's a timing issue, right? So let's say you are this week, at the end of this week, you have already earned your pay, right? But you are paid next week. So you have already earned the money, but it's just a timing issue. Instead of paying you today because you need cash right now, they are paying you 1 week from now. Okay. And so the payday loan will step in and actually help you with that timing, the timing issue. In other words, you get your cash 1 or 2 days or 3 days before. Okay. Usually payday advances are kind of small, 250, 500. And if you're lucky and if you have a good income, 1,000. Okay. And the thing is that there are no transaction fees or interest charges. Okay. And the cool thing is there are actually two categories. Sometimes you have an employer provided service integrated with your company payroll, like Daily Pay, PayActive, and Rain, or a separate public app in which you plug in banking information on your own. Okay. And the cool thing is that you have to understand that those payday loan apps don't charge transaction fees. However, you actually have to pay a monthly subscription fee. That's how they make money. Think about it. So if you get a loan, let's say you get a loan for $250, all right? You get a loan for $250 and you're paying a transaction fee, or you are paying a monthly subscription fee of $10. That's like you are basically actually paying interest for $10. And this $10, you are paying it every single month. That's how those payday loan apps make money. They make money based on they make money based on the subscription, and sometimes they request voluntary quote unquote tips on let's say on your advance up to 20% of the total amount. Think about that. So basically, you have an APR. If you quote unquote give them a tip of $20, you want to annualize that $20. That's a huge in terms of annual fee. So you have pros and cons. Payday loans have pros and cons. And the thing here is that the cash advance apps are not considered payday lenders, and payday lending regulations don't apply to them. But the thing is, right now there is some kind of debate around people saying they should be considered payday advance lenders. But that's a topic for another video. I'll be right back. But after this, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about payday loan apps, and I'm just giving you a few tips, a few hacks, a few tips and tricks on how to select the best app for you, and which is and that's number 5 here. You want to select. You want to pick the best payday loan app for you. This is important, and you have a constellation of payday loan apps. And right now, the thing here is that you want to actually choose the best one for you. Now, I'm going to give you a few payday loan app, and it's up to you to really actually find out the right one. So first, we have Earning. So Earning is kind of cool in terms of low fees, okay? And so Earning actually tracks your hours worked either through a timesheet or by tracking your location, and lets you borrow money you have earned. Okay, and the app also has a feature that notifies you when your bank account balance is low, and a feature that will top it up for a fee. Okay, so they will lend you from $100 to $500, and they make money by asking you a voluntary quote unquote tip, which is capped at $14. And you have Dave. So Dave is kind of cool for small advances, and so Dave lets you borrow a small amount of money to cover expenses while you wait for your next paycheck, okay, or to avoid overspending on your or overdrawing your bank account. And the thing here is that they will lend you from $5 to $100, in some cases $200. You have Brigitte. So Brigitte is great for budgeting tools, okay. And the thing here is that with Brigitte, you can actually borrow up to $250 whenever you need it. And you can use the app's free plan, which offers financial advice and budgeting help. Okay, to get the cash advance, you have to use the paid plan, which includes all the features of the free plan, plus cash advances, automatic deposits in your account if you are about to overdraft, and credit monitoring. So the amount here you can borrow, it goes from $50 to $250. Okay, and the paid plan is $10 per month. Okay, and you have Chime. Everybody knows Chime, and Chime actually is a mobile company that offers checking and savings account as well as credit builder loans. Okay, and here you can borrow from $20 to $200. You have Money Lion. With Money Lion, you can borrow from $25 to $250. Okay, and they have also paid plans. That's how they make money. You have Empower. And also, this is an app that allows you to actually borrow from $25 to $250. Okay, and they actually also make money through some kind of fees. Okay, and that's something you need to know. I want to continue on the list here. I'm just sharing with you some of the apps that are just out there. So you have GoToBank. That's another app that allows you. That's another bank rather that actually allows you to get a payday check, and you can get up to $200. And they actually have a fee. It's $5 per month without direct deposit. You also have Albert. Okay, Albert is a mobile-first financial app with a no-fee, no-interest cash advance feature that can spot you up to $250 from your next paycheck. Okay, and the thing is that they actually also they're kind of interesting because if you love their services, I would say go ahead with Albert. You also have PayActive. That's another player in this industry here, and PayActive allows you to collect up to 50% of any wages you have already earned, up to a maximum of $500. Okay, $500. And the app charges a flat fee of $5 for each biweekly period in which you actually use the service. Okay, and that's what it is. You also have Daily Pay. It's another app, but this app is great for employers to offer a benefit. In other words, the thing here is that Daily Pay will give you access to a portion of your wages that you have already earned. Remember, the key word here is that you have already earned the amount. Okay, so the app charges a fee of $1.99 per transfer to receive your money by the next business day, or $2.99 to receive your money instantly. Okay, and the thing is that you have to actually that's what it is. The fees are there, and you can actually get a loan of up to $500 through the Daily Pay app. Okay, we have the Flex Wage. It's another one, and so the Flex Wage app for employers works a little differently from Daily Pay and PayActive. So when you sign up for the app as an employee, you receive a reloadable debit card for your wages, which takes the place of a paper check. So this gives you immediate access to your money on payday, unlike a check you deposit at the bank. You can use the card at any retailer that accepts Visa, at any Allpoints ATM, okay, or transfer the cash to a bank account for free. So this is actually, so they offer more, I would say more services, and you can borrow up to $500. And the last one is Branch. So Branch is another payday advance app designed mainly for employers. So, but again, as an employee, if your employer signs up with them, you can also actually get a loan from them up to $500. So here is I just gave you about 10 or 12 or 15 payday advanced apps that allow you actually to get a cash advance from your next paycheck. The next thing you need to do, boss, I'm talking to you about planning. This is important, okay? You got to plan. You need to have a backup plan. In other words, what if you need more money than a payday loan can provide. Because sometimes when you are looking for a payday loan, that's because you have I would say a financial gap, a cash flow gap that goes way beyond the next 2 weeks or the next month. In other words, you have structurally in your financial life, there are things that are not going right. So what I'm trying to say here is that payday loans will give you $100, $250, $500 if you're lucky, $1,000. But if you are constantly looking for a payday loan, I mean a payday advance, a cash advance, chances are you might want to look for something else. You might want to look for a real loan, a loan that will front you the cash up front, so that you can plan, you can budget repayments over time. Okay, and that's really important, because the thing is that I was just telling you that payday cash advance apps, they charge a lot of cash. They might be telling you, hey, we have no transaction fee and whatnot, but they're charging you subscription fees. They're charging you some other fees. And when you think about it, getting a loan for $250 and paying a $10 fee, that's a lot of interest. When you annualize it, you might be thinking, hey, on a monthly basis or on a one-time basis, it ain't really that much. I understand, and that's a good point. That's a valid point. But when you annualize the whole thing, you're talking 1,000%. You're talking 3 digits. You're talking 4-digit percent, and that's a lot of interest. Okay, and so you have to think about it. And one thing we have seen is that you can actually get loans for bad credit, even for bad credit, up to $10,000. In other words, you get the cash you need to restructure your budget, to restructure your life, and by having a single payment every month, you're able to actually take care of things and not constantly hop on the next payday cash advance. Okay, there are platforms out there that allow you to borrow up to $10,000. Okay, even if you have bad credit. We're speaking about a lot of platforms. You also sometimes you have peer-to-peer lenders, such as Prosper, for instance. They offer personal loans, and in some cases, they might approve you even if you have a bad credit. The step number 7, it's really important to repay. And we are speaking here about plan how you will repay the loan even before you apply. You might be thinking, this is a small amount. Okay, this is a $250, this is a $100, whatever. But again, in some cases, they take the money right away. In other words, when you get paid, they take the money right away. In some cases, they allow you to actually pay over time. Like you can pay over 3 installments or 2 installments. And the interest in that case even goes higher. But you got to really think about paying the whole thing even before you apply. You want to build your budget. Okay, it's really important to build your budget so that even if you get your money, you get your pay. Let's say 2 weeks from now, the loan is taken out of your pay. You still have to plan to make sure that you have enough left, so that you don't have to repeat the same process next time. In other words, every pay period you are out of cash, and you have to constantly resort to payday cash advances. This is something that should be done on a one-time basis, not all the time. So you need to build your budget. Second thing is you want to decide where to put the money. So I'm talking to you about making sure that right now you have to start thinking about having a rainy day cash account. This is critical, boss. I'm just serious here, because the thing is that if you constantly resort to payday cash advances, there is a problem. We have a problem, and we need to address that. Okay, we need to address that, and you can't continue doing this all the time. So decide where you want to put the extra cash, whatever extra cash you actually derive from your activity, from your job. You want to, I don't care if it's $5, I don't care if it's $10. You need to actually put something away every single month. Every single month, I want you to build up that particular rainy day account, that emergency fund. Okay, and the thing is, you want to simplify your payments. So if you choose an app, if you choose a cash advance app, make sure you have an account with them, or you have a system whereby the money comes out of your account very quickly. Okay, so that you don't have to go through some convoluted processes just to pay the whatever advance you were granted. Okay, so you want to simplify things. And one thing for sure, one thing before you go, you want to read the fine prints before paying it off, the cash advance. The thing here is that you might be thinking this is a small amount, but if you keep doing it over and over and over, you're paying a lot of interest. I've said this before, which is why you want to understand the conditions of the cash advance app, the terms and conditions. Very important. So you know exactly what's happening. Thank you so much for your attention to this conversation. I was actually talking to you about payday loan apps, how to choose the best cash advance app when you are out of options. First, check your Fico. Number 2, qualify. Number 3, explore. Number 4, understand. Number 5, you want to select the best app. Number 6 rather, you want to plan. And number 7, you want to repay. Thank you so much. I will speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.